It's like you're just enabling him. But again, this is a free country that we live in. We all have the right to do and feel and think how we want.
And he does have a right to a trial.
He does.
He does.
You know,
and I feel there's more to the story. It doesn't make sense. It all doesn't puzzle together to me.
Well, even the police chief quit, or resigned right after, within a day or two after that happened.
And his lawyers.
His lawyer. So there's a lot to the story, and I'm sure it will come out, and I'm sure justice will be served. But I think maybe the purpose for not pursuing the case at first is because look at all the controversy across the country this has caused, and I think that they knew they were going to open a can of worms with this. And I happen to have stayed in Sanford quite a bit
Really?
because I have friends there. It's a very residential area, a nice area, so this whole thing was out of place for Sanford even, I think.
But the thing is, that's a misconception, because a lot of people think, oh, this could never happen here. But it's like, just because some place is rich and a lot of people with money live there, it doesn't mean that bad things can't happen. Bad things can happen anywhere. Just like good things can happen in the hood. Not always bad things are happening in the hood, but, that's what's shown with a big microscope, like, by the media. But I couldn't help to laugh, to hear that Zimmerman's lawyers, they decided April 10th they were no longer going to represent him.
They said he didn't return phone calls, he wasn't returning text messages, and he wasn't cooperating with them, basically. So. And
he fled Florida.
Yes, last night they didn't know where he was either.
So. I think they had no choice but to. But they really, is what I'm hearing, is they put him under the bus, though. They're saying they, I hear that that's not what a lawyer is supposed to do. They're not supposed to say that they're, he's mentally unstable. He kind of gave him a bad rap. So, even though they're no longer representing him.
His lawyers were really pissing me off. Like, when I was watching the coverage on MSNBC or whatever it's called, the news correspondent was talking to Zimmerman's lawyer at the time. And it was just pissing me off so much that his lawyer didn't know anything. Like, how are you representing somebody, and you're somebody's lawyer, and you don't know anything about the case? You don't know what led up to this. You don't know why Zimmerman thought that. You don't know why you don't ask these questions. It's like, he was like, oh, we haven't discussed that matter, but even if we did, that's privileged information. Like, are you kidding me? But I understand if it's privileged information, but you say you don't know? Like, who okays that? Like, who will be like, oh, you don't know? Okay. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Like, how is that acceptable? But,
and this whole thing can get picked apart, really.
Right.
I mean, you can pick the whole thing for days, and, I think, like she said, we have to wait for justice and see what happens. So, it's very unfortunate, and that this kid is gone now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there are people in the media trying to make him look bad. They're trying, so there's all kinds of views on this thing, and I'm sure it'll be ongoing. So. And
no matter what happens is going to make it better on Trayvon Martin's family, on his friends. Like, it's not going to make it better, no matter how this ends up going down. Like, their son was taken from them.
But closure helps. It does help.
And, like, when somebody dies, we on Earth are always like, oh, like, we feel like they're the victims. Like, oh, we feel so bad for them. But we on Earth are the ones that need to be prayed for. We on Earth are the ones that are still here who are in trouble. When you're in heaven, which I believe Trayvon is in heaven now, or will be going to heaven when he ascends, he's fine. He's fine now because he's going to heaven. We on Earth are the ones that need to be prayed for.
I'm not dismissing him at all, but I think that this is much bigger than Trayvon Martin, too, at the same time.
It totally is.
There's there's a lot more to this. People, feel it's about race. There's people that feel it's about injustice. Do you feel it was racial?
I kind of do. I can't help it. I mean, we're all a little biased. We all stereotype. I'm just going to admit it. Yeah, I do it, and what? But what I'm saying is, I do feel it was race-related, to be honest.
He did call him a name.
But
he called him a coon or something.
What I want to know is, where is the public outcry when it's black-on-black crime, when it's Latino-on-Latino crime, when it's white-on-white crime, when it's green-on-green crime? Like, how come there's always this big uproar when it's like white versus black. Killing is wrong. Killing, no one should take someone's life from them. Nobody. So I just want to know, where is all the upset of the pain and frustration when our own people are killing one another, or when people of the same race are killing one another? It's not okay. Whether it's black or white.
There's a 17-year-old kid that dies every day.
Right.
Every day, a 17-year-old kid dies. So that we don't know about, because it's in a different state, we don't know about it. This is just one case that is, for a specific reason.
And that's what makes it a color thing, because it's only this big spectacle in the media when it's two people of the opposite color, because it makes it a race war. You know what I mean? And it's horrible. Killing is wrong.
Killing is wrong, definitely.
Well, I also think that this case will go down in history because it's been so well noted across the country.
Definitely.
So, I don't think, when it all is said and done, I don't think Martin has died in vain.
Yeah.
Because I think there's going to be a lot of repercussions here.
And maybe in a sad sort of way, he helped, the justice system. Maybe this will help the next person and the next person. So in a way, he's like a hero.
A martyr.
You could say.
He's
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but there are no sorrows on earth that heaven cannot heal.
Well, after all the sadness.